Alrighty, good morning, and happy birthday to me. Alright, let's actually do something. So over the last 3 days, we've been working on this Streamer.bot Unity connection. And we've done pretty freaking well with it. It's working. I'm insanely happy with how this has all turned out. I literally dream about this shit at night. Like, oh, crazy. Alright, so I've moved a bunch of shit around. I've done a little bit more work after I left last night. Not really, a little bit. Nothing too productive. But the goal today is to start to use what we've created. Use this infrastructure that we've built out to connect Streamer.bot to Unity. And maybe start to actually do something with it. So, we started yesterday by creating a UI here. So the plan immediately is to get this UI working, basically. So, the way it works currently is we just automatically connect on startup. On start, this will connect to the WebSocket. Speaking of, we should probably turn that on. Turn on the WebSocket server, and turn on the UDP server. I'm hesitant to set this to auto start because I don't want it to exist all the time. I'm not sure. Either way, for now, we can just leave that like that. Okay, yeah. So let's start doing some stuff, hey? Yeah. So where would we start? So for one, I'm going to just disconnect that. So we no longer connect on start. Our UDP client. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do start. We might want to trigger it some other way. So we're going to go void init UDP connection. And we'll just add all of this down into here. And then that would have been called here. Like that. Which would keep everything the exact same. We're going to just comment it out now. Right. So, we've got a UDP message received function that we can subscribe to with whatever we would need. Okay. So, on play, we want this button here to connect us to Streamer.bot. Bloody hell. Sorry. I haven't really been talking much this morning, and I've been drinking a lot of coffee, so my my voice isn't amazing yet. It will be amazing later. Okay. So yes, like I said, we want this button here, which is a button. So nothing should happen. Beautiful. What is that? There's something on my screen. God damn it. Oh, it's not on my screen. Oh, it's the back of that fucking thing there. I thought that was a bit of shit on my screen. Never mind. I was about to get up and go fix my screen. Alright, so this is a button. It doesn't do anything yet. So we want to make that connect to the player. Alright, so let's connect to Streamer.bot. So where's this button? Let's get to the button. Button. There. You. So normal color, I'm going to say invisible. Something like that. I don't want it to be too fancy colored. Yeah, like that. Beautiful. Alright. What I do want for this is we're going to have a new folder in here, which is going to be... sprites. Fuck it. Alright, so everything I'm putting here, I do want to be pretty streamlined. I don't want to put anything too custom in here, because this is the part I want to package up and make available for people eventually. So textures in here. Actually, what textures do we have access to? Curious. Image. Connection. Sprite. So we're gonna have a couple of different sprites, basically. So like play to connect will be like pause, a pause symbol when it's connected, and then maybe like a loading symbol when it's connecting or something like that. We can have those three different things. So yeah. Let's make that. It's fun. Why not? Also, I wanted to just check what sprites there are. None. Really. Alright, so we want a pause sprite, a play sprite, and a loading sprite. Sounds fun. Do I have any? I don't know what I currently have. Pictures, assets, UI textures? Nope. Man, I really need to go through and like organize my images and shit like that. Like, look at this shit. It's crazy. God, I have to clear my throat. It's really bothering me. And not really. Also, like that. Are sprites. I specifically made those as sprites, which is here. Alright, we don't have any. How do I want to make sprites? Fuck it, we'll make it in Blender. We'll make it in Blender. Is it the best way to make sprites? Probably not. Are we gonna do it? Yeah. Yep. Boop. We'll just start with a new project. You delete. Hey, what? Delete. You. We're gonna go. Whoop. 90 on the X, and we're gonna just pull it back a little bit on the Y. Okay. Eevee. Yeah, we'll go cycles. It's not gonna take long. Output, we'll make it 512 by 512. Probably still quite overkill. Never mind, just my paranoia. Okay. So, we need a pause, we need a play, we need a loading. Alright. Actually, yeah, we'll go like that. We'll go like this. We'll go like that. We'll go like this. Mirror. Oh, Jesus. Add mod. Man, I'm not used to the new ones. Mirror? Mirror. Jesus Christ. I haven't used Blender in a minute. There we go. Something like that. Should we do anything cool with it? Nah, we'll just keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. Alright, the background. How do we make this work? The background should just be white, right? And then... film transparent background. Like that. Okay, you... don't go to shading. We don't need to do that. What color is a pause button? Yeah? Yeah, fuck it. Let's not overcomplicate this. Okay, that's good. We're done on that one. Hang on, fuck it. We'll just render it out real quick. Image, save as. Shit, where'd I put it? Pictures, nope. Assets. Pictures, assets. See? Crazy. Stupid fucking nesting of files. Sprites. Pause. Sprite. Sick. Just double check that that's saved right. Cool, it did. Good. Alright. Delete it. Add a new one. Rotate X 90. We're going to rotate Y 45. And we're going to cut it from the top to the bottom. We're going to cut it from hoit to scoit. That's a word, right? If I copy that image, and I go all the way back to before I deleted that thing, can I paste it? Oh, I can. God damn, I'm good. Alright. Yeah, I just wanted to check sizes, basically. And then we'll take that material and then just make it green. Beautiful. If I have that set to 1, and I have the world set to black, yep. Actually, just to go to 90. Hang on. Oh, my stream's dying a little bit. I think it might just be my, computer having a bit of a hard time. Yeah, no, let's not overcomplicate this. We don't need to make it look much better than that. Yeah. Alright, one more, and then we're done. And it's going to be a loading. Rotate around the cursor. But why? Like that. Yeah, I like it. This is not like... My computer's really not liking this. Shit. There we go. Okay, sorry. Sorry, computer, you're done now. And that's a loading sprite. Don't save. Okay, now that'll give my computer a chance to heal. Alright, we want to bring those in. As sprites. I could have made them a sprite sheet. Oh well, that'll do. Okay, so we want 3 of these. Actually, we just want 1 of these for now. Okay, Nope. Alright, they all look good. Play, pause. Loading. Yeah, good enough. I'm going to try and make the loading one spin. That would be nice. Connected. Connected, connecting. Connect. Connect, connecting, connected. Alright, and then I want to have a Streamer.bot canvas manager somewhere. What did I just do? Streamer.bot UI manager. Oh, motherfucker. Father mucker. Are we good over here? Come on. Nope, YouTube's still mad at me. I'm sorry, YouTube. I calmed down a little bit. I know you didn't you didn't like the rendering. I get that. That's fine. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway. Streamer.bot UI manager. We're gonna chuck that up here. Don't give a shit about the normal texture, and then we're going to always have color in there. Okay, good. Now you there. We have questions for you. Okay, so we need to subscribe to this. Now these are the, on connection messages. So we don't want to connect to that. We want to connect to... straight to the WebSocket, I believe. God damn it, is YouTube ever going to be happy again? I know, I was doing too much. I'm sorry, YouTube. We could just put it here. No. We're just gonna have a, this is just where things are gonna be connected to. So serialized field, we're gonna have a... all we need to know is the object, because we're just going to turn it on and off. So we're going to say connect sprite, connecting sprite. I don't think I need to go to the end of each time. I didn't. Connected sprite. Alright, and then I want to say... we just want a little helper function in here that we can pass in something. And I gotta get pee real quick. I'm busting. 2 seconds, I'll be back. Alrighty, I'm back. Got myself a drink as well. Something chalky milk. And something else. That sounded like I said chocolate milk and something else. Like I've spiked my chocolate milk with something. Fuck yeah. Chocolate milk on the rocks. Oh, that doesn't even make sense. Never mind. Alright, so the way I'm thinking of handling this is we're going to have a function in here, which is going to be a public void change connection icon. And it's going to take an int value, which is just going to be real quick, we're going to sterilize that value. So we're going to say value equals value mod 3. Yes? That way it can only be 0, 1, or 2. And there is a way to make these enumerable. I know that. I'm not sure how though. Fuck it, let's learn. Let's learn, why not? How to make variables enumerable. I don't know how to. C# enumerable interface. Enumerable interface. I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah, I think this is what I want. Yeah, alright. Hmm. Is it literally just the same example? The way I was thinking is you do... Maybe, C# index class as if it was a array. Index class as if it was an array. Indexes. Oh, okay, so I could go... Yeah, fuck it. If we had another little class here, public class of connection sprites. And it's going to have a public game object. It's going to have all of these. Public. And how did he say? How did it say? Public int this int index. Public int. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm with it. Alright, and then we can put the switch case. Switch. Index. I hate these. I never remember how to do them. Case. Fuck me. I can never remember how to do a switch statement. Never once in my life have I remembered how to do a switch statement. Open curlies. I forgot the open curlies. And then... I fucking hate these. I hate these. I hate them. They're so stupid. Case 0. Is that how you do it? No. I hate this. Connecting case 2. I hate switch statements. They just I hate them. Connected feels like it needs a... No, we good. We need a default, don't we? Default break. I guess we'll make another one. There'll never be another one. It's not usable. It's fine, never mind. Return null. There. There. It's beautiful. So now we have a system.serializable. Connection sprites. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just call them connection sprites. And we'll say change connection icon. Connection sprites. We could just say for I in length is going to be, we need another accessor for that. They did have an example for that as well. Where did I see that? It was back, wasn't it? That. This length is going to be 3. Yeah. It's not necessary, but I just wanted to do this. So we're going to say if we're going to say connection sprites I, so the one we're looking at, dot set active, and it's going to be active if I equals value. And we're going to copy that as well, because we want that again. Does that work? Yeah, should do. So now if we go to this, we should have a serialized field of... Yeah, I think we'll just plug this one in. Streamer.bot UI Manager. And everything to do with this is going to be conditional, so we don't need to have it filled, essentially. So I'm going to go down here and say if UI manager dot doesn't equal null. Sorry, my bad. Brain phased out for a second there. We're going to say UI manager dot change connection icon. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, we're gonna do another switch statement. We're gonna say int desired image yeah, no, all this needs to go inside of a thing. We need to say an int sprite index well, I guess equals 0 by default. And then we're gonna have a switch again. So switch, and it's gonna be based on new state. And case WebSocket state dot so if it's invalid or WebSocket state, hang on, these probably all need to be in brackets, or so if it's invalid, disconnecting, we're gonna just throw them all in here. So everything that isn't connected or connecting. So disconnecting, invalid, and disconnected. Connected and connecting are the other ones that we want. Yep. Alright, so in that case, oop. Then we're going to say UI manager. Actually, delete all of that. If it's connecting, then we want to say UI manager. Actually, no, we want to say sprite index, the one we're trying to decide, is going to be equal to connecting is 1, right? If it's connected, then we want to say sprite index equals 2, and then we'll just default it, which is just going to be sprite index equals 0. And we need a break after each of these. Break. Break and break. Oh. Birthday tea at 6:30. So we got 3 hours left. Alright. So then we're just going to say UI manager dot change connected state based on sprite index. Was this overkill? Possibly. Oops. But let's see what happens. Okay, we're good. We are going to want to go to console. We're going to want to go to Streamer.bot canvas. Connected sprites. Connect. Connecting. And connected. Alright, let's see what happens. Ah. I think we're just gonna turn those off. Okay, yeah, no, we gotta make it so that the button actually connects. Okay, so that is going to need a new connection. Public void connect. which is going to be that. So which used to happen on start is now going to happen on this. We're going to get rid of the subscribe to chat one for now. I'm going to create another region right here, which is going to be public functions. And we're going to put that in there. Just like that. Which this might also end up in there. We may as well chuck it in there now. I think I want to make this more generic to be a trigger action message. We'll figure it out soon though. We don't necessarily need to do that right now. So, let's see if this works. We're also going to have to start this at the same time. So I think this does need access to UDP. UDP equals get component, UDP client. And when we connect here, we want to connect with UDP as well. Let's just make it a straight connect function. Public void connect. We'll say if client doesn't equal null, then return. So that this can't be called multiple times. So back over here, we're going to say udp.connect. I think we should have just an accessor of is connected, right? So we could just say so this just forever creates a listening thread, right? Which I do think is good practice. I don't think that's bad. So I guess we just want to say Should we be checking the UDP thread or the client? Yeah, no, we'll say the thread. And then we'll... Yeah. Yeah, beep, 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 beep. We'll say public bool is connected. Get return UDP thread UDP thread doesn't equal null. What do you mean? I'm just an idiot, never mind. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Forgot how these work. So that will be useful. Maybe. I think we need one of these in here as well. Nope. Up here, I reckon. Why did I put it down there on the other one? What is the... this state? So this one, the Streamer.bot connection manager is connected. If that is connected and UDP is connected. Alright. Alright, now I think that's good. God damn, eh? I think we're good. So now, if we go to this on click, if we add Streamer.bot game manager over here, Streamer.bot connection manager, connect. So we're just going to call the connect button here. And let's see what happens. Okay, we're connected. Good. It didn't change the thing though. Why does it always add those back in? Ah! I know. Let us go over to Game Manager and actually plug in the UI Manager. Now it'll work. Hopefully. It's got a much better chance at least. Awesome! Alright, so that actually we want... I mean, I guess we want the ability to disconnect, right? Do we? Yeah, I don't think we need it. I don't think we really need it to connect. Disconnect, I mean. Beautiful. Alright, and then I want another one down here. I want another thing here that is going to be a connect to chat thing. It looks like shit, I know. We don't need it to look good at the moment, so... Fuck. My god, why am I so cooked today? Jesus Christ. You'd think I'd be getting better at this by now. And this is the easy part. This is coding. Like, this is the shit I know how to code. Alright. It is easy. Let's get it done. So... we're going to have... another UI Text Mesh Pro button. And this one is going to be what? Connect to chat. Button. We can make this look a little bit prettier soon, I guess. Vertical layout group. We're going to just place a bunch of buttons. Control the width. Yep, that works. We're also going to have a canvas group on there. So that I can do this. I can have a bunch of buttons and change them all to be interactable or not interactable. Okay, how's this working out for us, hey? So we're going to need another function in the UI here. Update connection. It's actually just going to be update UI. So there's going to be part of this is going to be update connection sprite. I deleted the N, my bad. And that's going to take an int of value. Boop. There, like that. Update connection sprite. Like that, and then we're going to have another one down here that is if... actually, no, we might add another function. And that other function is going to be about... it was about whatever we were just about to do. I've forgotten. My brain. Yes, that function doesn't exist anymore. Here. Boop. Why's my brain fucked today? It's so cooked. Just making sure no bugs flew in me chalky milk. Right. Jesus Christ. Public. Not a public. Sorry. Void. Toggle. Menu options. Which is going to be a bool. Is connected. And essentially we're going to say toggle menu options. And it's going to be equal to is connected if value is equal to 2. This doesn't need to happen, this mod. Because when this is called, it only has 0 to 0. Yeah, fuck it. So we're just gonna remove that. Pointless. But if value equals 2, then we're connected. Toggle menu options. And we're going to say, get rid of that. Doop, serialize field. And that is going to be the canvas group. Menu group. Menu group dot interactable equals is connected. So I think with this, we should yeah, no, we should be enforcing defaults, shouldn't we? So like now, that's interactable. So we should on start be forcing that. We'll have it here. We'll say... Update connection sprites, index of 0. Toggle menu options, false. So they should default. So if I press play, there we go. So connect, and then we can now connect to chat. Alright, good. So let us now make this connect to chat. A public function. Public void subscribe to chat. I probably want a little bit of feedback on that too, right? Yeah, we just probably want a little bit of feedback to know whether or not we're connected to the chat. Wait a second. Yeah, no, this... Okay, no, my bad. Yeah. We should try and get these to work. These get events function. Not right now. What do we want to do right now? What were we trying to do? Trying to figure out what circumstance means that we are connected to chat. Right here, I'm going to just quickly... Actually, should we put it there, or should I subscribe a function in here to this event? We'll just put it here. So if I do quickly just want to debug.log. Actually, just give it all. Give me it all. Give me it all. Connect to chat. Let's make the button a little bit bigger too. A little bit bigger. And let's give it a function. Why are you not there? Oh, it's subscribe to chat. Yeah, fine. Right there. Found it. Dumbass. So I can't do that. All I can do is connect. Once it's connected, I can connect to chat. I guess it doesn't matter if I do it twice. Yeah, I still only get one message. So a subscribe response message. I guess we could just say yeah, I suppose we could do that. We could say if SR message dot status equals okay. Whoops, wrong one. And dot events dot YouTube 0 equals message. Oh, right. If. Dumbass. Debug.log connected to chat. Yeah. So we should get a debug.log connected to chat. Now? From the confirmation, not just from the sending of it itself. Connected to chat, connected to chat. Beautiful. Okay. Well, with that, we can have a bool connected to chat, which is going to default to false, and here we're going to say connected to chat equals true, because we succeeded. And then we're also going to need another accessor. Is connected to chat, which is going to return connected to chat. Bam! I also want to then trigger the Streamer.bot UI to do something. So each of these buttons, I want to have two things on it. Anchored from the left. I want to do the same for the top here. Beautiful. Alright, so the connect to chat. You're going to have two in it. I want to have an image as well. Bam. Chat connection status. Actually, that there, this one, and we're going to add a horizontal layout group. Alright, there we go. Damn, why did that work so well? Awesome. Just trying to figure out how far I want to go with this shit, you know what I mean? I don't want this to all have feedback, and I want to be able to know what's going on, so I don't think I'm incorrect in doing this. I'm just wondering, does each of these need a button? Like, each of these buttons, I mean, do they need a, like up here, should I have done the button container? Should I, instead of doing 3 different sprites and then copy and then using this one to switch between them? Should I have put an object toggle on all of them? How do I want to do this? I'm not sure. My God. This is the more tedious part of this shit, isn't it? I don't mind. I don't mind. This is how I choose to spend my birthday. Like, it is literally my birthday today, and this is what I want to do. So, you know. Satisfactory 1.1's coming out later tonight. That's not going to be for another 4 hours or so yet, so we have time to do a little bit of coding today, a little bit of work on this. Then I'm going to go over for a shower and some dinner for my birthday over at my grandparents'. And then while I'm doing that, or once I get back from that, we should be able to have a late night stream. We'll see how we go. But I'm keen as shit to do it, so hopefully my excitement will get me through. Alright. I just got some inspiration. We're going to do similar to what we've done to get this to work, how we've had this as a nested script up here. This public class connection sprites. We're going to make another class that is going to be a sprite toggle, essentially. And I think we're going to make it a sprite. Why not? So, we're going to do something like this. I'm going to have another folder here, and I'm actually going to say UI. And I'm going to say core. Not with capitals. So this is going to be the 2 separate things that people are going to want to going to use. So the core is going to be Streamer.bot, WebSocket utilities, Streamer.bot connection. There. Core. We're going to have another folder for examples, which is going to be the player manager here. And then the UI is going to be Streamer.bot UI. Beautiful. Look at me with folder structure. Also, I didn't know if I mentioned, but I did buy myself I bought myself some birthday presents this morning. Ooh, can I get it up without doxing myself? Maybe not. I bought a new camera so that we don't have to use my shitty laptop webcam, which I'll be able to set up nice. And I bought a better USB hub, like a proper powered USB hub, which will give me 7 USB slots for my poor little laptop. 7. But it'll be very good. So like, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to do a full rearrange of my setup here. I'm going to replace this background. at the very least, just put a different sheet on this mattress that I'm leaning against. I really should turn this and build this into a proper lounge. But I'm lazy, alright? It is an old, very old caravan that I'm sitting in, recording. It's not all my fault. Okay, either way, we're going to create a new script right here. And it is going to be called a sprite toggle. So something like this button here. You're going to have a sprite toggle. Connection button. Connect to chat right here. Yeah, I think it should be on the button, right? And then just have a target sprite. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to get rid of these two. Boop. On the button, on the button. We'll do this one first. We'll get this one all figured out first, hey? Yep, all my scripts are gone. I killed them. No, I just moved them. Okay, so we're going to have... Each of these is going to have a serialized field, which is going to be a sprite array. Sprites. It will always default to 1, so we're going to have a void. We're going to have a start function here to default them. And we're going to have a public void to toggle sprite. It's going to take in an int for index. And that's how this going to work. Actually, no, it's going to work similar to what we did before. Hide all this. Core. Not examples. That one, Streamer.bot UI. Streamer.bot Connection Manager. This one right here. We're essentially going to do the same thing. So we're going to have 3 sprites. We're going to index it. How did I do that before? How did I, where was it here? So it returns a game object of this and the int index. I don't know, how should I do this? Yeah, I don't think we need to do the indexer. It's cool, but I don't think it's necessary. So I think all we have to do is just go for over the sprites dot length. Up here we're going to do index equals index mod the length, so that we can't go out of bounds. And then we're just going to say sprites. No, that's different. I'm doing it as if they were activated. So we're not going to do that. We need another one here that is sprites to switch between. And then we're going to have a target sprite here, target image. target image. Target image dot sprite equals sprites I. Index. Like that. Toggle sprites index 0. Just to make sure that it's always defaulted. So that should work. And then this. Delete this entire class. Don't need it. We're going to have a sprite toggle. And another one, another sprite toggle that is going to be the chat connection sprites. This is going to be main connection sprites and chat connection sprites. Main connection sprites. Okay, so we don't need to do this on start. Hang on. We do need to do the toggle menu options. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, update connection status. How do we want to trigger everything, basically, is what I'm thinking. What if so on connection change, we want to just go into this and then update connection. Yeah, fuck it. That's how we want that to work there. I'm gonna get rid of this update UI shit. The defaults we'll do like that. We'll add another one that is toggle public menu options. And then update chat connection status. Okay. It's crazy how dumb I am today. How dumb I feel. Okay, so update check connection status. We don't care about that yet. The update main connection status. So for that, we want to go main connection sprites dot toggle sprite value. So that's how that connects there. And then we want to take this here and toggle menu options. Value equals 2. That's how we know it's connected. Okay, and then the update chat connection status. We're going to look at the chat connection sprites, and we're going to toggle is connected. As an int. Can I not do that? Fine. Let's actually just add an extra one for toggle sprite here. That takes in a bool. Value. And then we'll just say index there, int equals value, question mark. If value equals true, then 1. If not, then 0. There's got to be a better way than that, right? That's not... C# cast bool as int. Oh, as in. Whoops. Yeah, you're tripping, my brother. Yeah, just like that. Ah, fine. Fine. So that works, and then in this, when we connect to the chat, whoop. I thought I just heard something. Tripping, as always. Connected to chat equals true, and we're going to say if we have a UI manager, doesn't equal null. Then we're going to say UI manager dot update chat connection status. We're going to set it to true. Okay, so that should work. Now we just got to plug it in for each of these things. So target sprite for this one is that. The 3 sprites that we need. Also, I think on this, I was gonna... Doesn't really make a difference. Alright, so that one should work. Now the chat one. Do, 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 do. Target that sprite. And we're going to have two. I guess we just do the play and pause as well. I press Z to... Well, never mind. I press Z to zoom back out again. What does that? What's that button from? Oh, shit. What happened there? Why'd it do that? I'm actually gonna not put the... Yeah, don't need that. There. Alright. Play, connect. Ah. Main connection sprite. And that one. We good? Connected. Connected chat. Connected to chat. And then if chat says something, it should pop up in my thing. If I have it selected. There it is. Ah, nice. Alright, so as it stands, that's it. That's all I need. How do I make it so that... I can't remember what it's... I mean, this... can just be as high as it wants. Because it doesn't need to be an image. So that controls the width. Like that. Beautiful. Yep, that's pretty much how I want it to connect. Actually, that one there. This one here can actually... And then just have that. So now as that widens, we can, hang on. $24. This only needs to be the size that it needs to be, you know? How do I make it do that? Alright. I mean, I know this is bad. I know it doesn't like it. Awesome. I reckon that's it. Damn it. There we go. That works for me. Alright, let's try and make it a little bit prettier. So the header. The body. Alright. Yeah, no, disabled color has to be darker. Alright, what does that look like? Well, that doesn't work. Is my sister just fucking screaming outside? What are you doing that for? Why is it doing that? Is it that? No, hang on. Okay, apparently so. Does it still work then? If I... It says shit like, oh, it's... See what I mean? Like, how do you get the back of that to actually grow with it? No, that's... I don't know how to get this to work, man. Like, and then how do you get the background to extend? You know? How do I make that body now grow down to match them? Parent has type layout group component. A child of a layout group component should not have a content size filter component, since it should be driven by the layout group. Okay, so its parent has a layout group. Okay, so that's not... We're getting there. And then that header needs to have like a layout element. Minimum height of like that. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. I'm guessing this also needs a layout element. So if I do that. Look, I'm going to be honest, I got there, but I don't understand how. Okay, apparently those were necessary. Alright. And there it is. So I should now be able to add more to that if I need to. More buttons. Okay, so where do I want to go from here? I want to have a quick Billy. What are you doing, my kitty cat? Just been sitting beside me patiently. Oh, it is 4:30. I should feed you, shouldn't I? I'm sorry, I didn't even realize, buddy. I should give you some food real quick then, eh? You hungry? Yeah, here's a man, aren't you? I'm checking my YouTubes and making sure that I'm not making sure of anything really. Seeing if I'm famous yet. Making sure I'm famous yet. That made sense, hey Raki? That made sense. Alright, come on, dinner. That'll do ya. Over here singing happy birthday to myself. Happy birthday to you. I really should change the connection sprites. I don't like them. They're good enough for now. It would be funny if I actually like shipped it with this and then saw people using it. That would be pretty funny. But I think that's actually it. I think we've done it. At least for like the UI. Like it now operates, it does everything we need it to do. I can't believe that took me 2 hours. Crazy. I'm so shit at UI in Unity. It's just, they're not tools that I've used a lot, you know? Like, I got the right answer there, but I failed, like I fell ass over backwards into it, you know? If I do use child scale there, and then grow that, it only knows it is that height. Damn! I was wondering if it would recognize how much bigger it's gotten. Oh wait, no, you can be a content size filter. You just no longer remain in the top corner. There we go. There we go. I'll add it back to this one too. That's it, man. I did it. One thing that we can do is chat button automatic to none. Beautiful. That will allow that to actually trigger correctly. Okay. Now, one last thing I want to do. I want to add a button that hides the canvas. That's all it is. Streamer.bot UI Manager. Public void toggle UI. Bool. Value. And this is connected to the canvas. Do we still have access to it when the game object it's connected to is inactive? Should I do that? Or should I just move it? Actually, yeah, no, we wouldn't want it here anyway then. We would want it... Streamer.bot connection message. Get key down, we're going to say tab. Yo, how's it going, man? Greetings from Nigeria, damn. Couldn't even point to that on a map. Somewhere near Africa, right? Or in Africa? Yeah. God, they did not teach us geography in Australia. I didn't learn geography. Not well. Alright, so tab here, we're just gonna hide. Yeah. Alright, so if UI manager, or if we have a UI manager, doesn't equal null, then we're just gonna say UI manager dot game object dot set active dependent on whether or not we want to toggle it, right? Whether or not it is already active. So just toggle it on or off. So yeah, so we want to set it to whatever it isn't. UI manager. Jesus Christ, I haven't not been good at coding today. It hasn't been my best day. Dot active in hierarchy. I haven't used that line in a long time. Alright, so that should now allow us to toggle the UI. Beautiful. Connected to chat. Beautiful. So now if anytime we talk in chat, talking, and Arcade says talking. Beautiful. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. So, if we were to now what if we wanted robots to walk across the screen? You know, I reckon we start with that. So yeah, the only reason I'm hesitant to do this is because I do want to package this project up as something that people can download. Shit falling over at my feet. Yeah, I do want to package this up as something people can download. So I don't want to make it too complicated. So I think I'm just going to go... Yeah, we're going to make a game manager. We're going to have a list of player names, which I think still all works. Can double check. Yep, it receives the on UDP and registers a player. This is going to have to be a little bit more complicated soon. We're going to have to expand that out to do this. But no, it's fine. Alright, so let's do it. Where is player manager? Right here. We're in the fucking thing. Dumbass. And we are listening to a UDP player message. Alright, so... we're going to modify the command that registers a player. Enter current game. We're going to modify this broadcast. And we're going to say registering we're just going to say register user. Jesus Christ, I've minimized OBS, dumbass. What are you doing, Mackie? Hey? I already gave you dinner, you little turd. Alright, so on UDP message, we are going to write another little... Oh, actually, yeah, no, this is on UDP. We're just going to be able to handle it here. So, we're going to say string array split message equals message dot split based on just a space. We can make that a character rather than a thing. Beautiful. If split string 0, so if the first argument equals register, then we know that we're going to add the next argument to the player, to the list. Sorry. All right. Which to do that, we are going to create another player, add player to list right here, and we're going to plug in the player name, which is going to be split message 1. Yep. So that will work. Beautiful. We want to actually make this spawn a player on the screen now. So we're going to create a new function. Void spawn player. This is going to be fun. Okay. I don't know how I want to make it. I think that is going to be UI elements for now. So I'm going to just make another canvas. Player canvas. Yep. And it is going to have a panel. Play area. Which is going to be stretched for the whole thing, but I'm just going to make it like this. Deactivate the image. I'll leave it active for now. So, we want to spawn a player on this area. And walk it back and forth. Oh shit, how do we actually do that? I'm not good at this. We need a player. Let's make an example of a player. And then we can make a little prefab out of him. For now, he is going to be a panel, and it's going to be a player. He's not going to be... Yeah, he's going to look more like this. And he's going to come in as blue. Full alpha. Alright, so specifically we want players pivot to be at the bottom. Yep, like that. Okay, so we need to get him running around on the screen. That's the plan. So, I want to... Examples. Streamer.bot. We're going to take in another folder of prefabs. We're going to make this player a prefab. We're going to delete it. Alright, so we want to be able to spawn a player in that play area. Serialized field, and it's going to be a rect transform, I believe. Play area rect. Get wrecked. Get it? No. Shut up. Alright, can we plug this in as a rect? I'm not sure. That's really what I'm questioning here. I can. Beautiful. So we're going to take a vector 3, get random spawn location. And it is going to... So it needs to know the area that it can... Okay, yeah, so... Vector 2, Vector 3, offset is going to be equal to a new Vector 3. The Z position is always going to be the same. So we're going to say the X is... we're going to say float X size equals play area rect dot width dot rect dot width divided by 2, because we want half the size. X half size. So we want random dot range between a negative half size and a full half size. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, and then that. Alright, now we're gonna do this. Half size X, half size Y equals height. Then we're gonna do this again, where we're gonna say X rand is going to be equal to this. Y rand is going to be equal to this. X rand, Y rand. Zero, we don't even need to add that. And then we just want to return play area rect dot position plus offset. So that will give us a random spawn location within this area. We want another game object, which is going to be player prefab. On spawn player. We need to add another script. Examples, and this is going to be a player. Prefabs, player, examples, add the player script. Like that. And that player script is only going to have a little bit of information currently. It's just going to be the player name, I think. But in there is where we're going to have the ability to do shit like that. So, public string player name. It's all you're going to have so far. So player manager, spawn player. We are going to game object player obj equals instantiate a new player, which is going to be player prefab, at the position of get random spawn location. Quaternion.identity. And as a child of its own transform. And then we're going to do player equals player obj dot get component player. Right, yeah, dumbass. And we can say player dot name equals name, which needs to be passed in like that. So we're going to spawn player anytime we add a player to the. We're going to add player to list, spawn player with player name, and that is going to add player. Actually, we're going to call this spawn player, and then at end of spawning player, we're going to add player to list, which is going to take in a player. Oops. You good over there, Raki? So this is going to be a list of players now. Players. What are you doing, Reki? That's not how this is going to work. We're going to need another function that is bool check for existing player. Jesus Christ, get the... What am I doing? which is going to take in a player. Okay, so if player doesn't exist, then spawn a new player. Then add it to the list. Wait, no, fuck, this is so dumb. This is just going to be add new player. And this is what gets called here. Alright, so we're adding a new player. If the player doesn't exist, if that name, we're going to look through the list here. And if we can't find it, then we're going to add it to the list here. We're going to spawn a new player in. And we're going to add this player to the list. So spawn player is going to return a player. So return player. So if the player doesn't exist, then we're going to spawn player. And added player name to the list. Alright, good. So, we got to check to see if it exists. And to do that, we're going to say... for... players.count. If we're gonna just make a check real quick. If players equals null, return. And we'll also say if fuck it. Yeah, no. Return false. Actually, we don't need to do that. Because right before we call that, we check if players equals null and then make it a list. So, at worst, it'll just come in here with an empty list. That's okay. So players.count, and we're just going to look through each player and we're going to say if whatever player we're looking at, players I.name or player name equals player name, then return true. So if this name already exists somewhere in this list, then we have found an existing player. If not, then return false. So that should work. And it should also spawn me on screen as it does it. Alright, let's try. So game manager, player prefab, drag and drop. Boom, there he is. So we're gonna go play. We don't need to connect to chat yet. I'm gonna go exclamation mark enter. It didn't do anything. Did it call it in here? Yep. Okay. Let's start debugging. So, debug.log message to begin with. Hit 1. Alright, let's see what we get. Alright, connect to Streamer.bot. Connected. Exclamation mark, enter. Wait, what? They got way further than I was expecting. Add new player. What the fuck? Trying to spawn player name. Enter. Trying to spawn an arcade. I'm confused. Trying to spawn an arcade. We got hit 1. What? Oh, God damn it. It's been doing this so much recently where we're like, for whatever reason, it just seems to doesn't execute the code, but it doesn't really tell you why, or like which line here are we breaking on? Just doesn't make sense. Like, that should go all the way through. If it's calling this spawn player function. Yeah, it shouldn't be revolutionary. I don't know why. So it's pausing on this. I've never had that not work. Why would instantiate not work? Okay then. We're gonna go to player manager. Just add an update method just to make this a lot easier to debug so we don't have to do this whole thing every single time. Let's go down to here and we'll just say if input.getKeyDown Key code spacebar. Then add new player named Kai. That way we don't even have to connect. So, one thing I'm thinking might be the problem here is this UDP message here. It's being called from message received. This message received in the UDP client is being called from a secondary thread. So we're going to have to make it go back over to the main thread somehow. I don't know how to do that. I'm guessing all I have to do, like there's a way where I could just go, if I could just call this function here, but make sure that it's only called on the main thread. Or to call, I don't know, hang on, I gotta go pee though, real bad. Real bad, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. Oh, we don't have much more time. So, I'm curious though, how to call main thread functions from other threads. Like, huh. So, what I think I need to do is that not happening on the main thread? How do you know if you're on the main thread? Could I like debug.log thread? No, hang on, I'm getting a phone call.